Guys, so I'm just gonna give it a minute and see if anybody's gonna pop on. I didn't really tell anybody that I was gonna do this. I just kind of decided I was gonna do it. And I am about to start my power hour. So I figured I'd just hop on live and do it with you guys and show you guys what I've been doing because it's been working really well. And for those of y'all that don't know, I have actually been a full-time coach working from home for the past 6-7 months, and then I got offered a position helping my husband's work with social media stuff, so I went back to work. So I'm still coaching full-time and working full-time at in an office setting, which is really laid back and cool and stuff, but so I have to be really organized with my time, which is a good thing for me. So I have figured out a system that works really well, and I wanted to come on here and show it to you guys and kind of just do it with you. And also, before I get started, let me say this. So I'm waiting for a phone call from my internet company because the guy, they did some really horrible things setting up a job for us. And basically they canceled appointments on me last time before they did the job. I took off work and everything, and now they called to cancel again today, and I was like, somebody needs to call me back. I need to talk to a supervisor. So I'm waiting on a supervisor to call me back, so I'm so sorry if our video gets interrupted. Promise that I will continue it if it does, but I just wanted to give you all a heads up, okay? So with that being said, let's get started because it doesn't look like anybody's watching anyway, so you guys will just be catching the replay, but I definitely wanted to go ahead and hop on and do this with y'all. So, coming to you from my couch, I have one person watching, trying not to yawn. This is basically what I've been doing, okay? So, every Sunday, what I do is, I don't have the other one written out. Okay, every Sunday, what I do is I write out, I have a big 3-ring notebook here, okay? And in this notebook, it's a big one, all right? In this notebook, I have in the very front is all of the people, like my entire follow-up list, okay? Like, this is just my boot camp applications, and I also have that on my computer, but I just had it so that it was easy and accessible and I could check it off. And then this is my entire Facebook follow-up list, okay? There's a bunch of names on there, all right? Those are all of them. Hey, Val. Okay, and then I have my Instagram follow-up list also in the same section, okay? So I have it all in one book. So then, here, I have my whole power hour written out, okay? I did not track my business for the first, let's say, confession time, at least year. I didn't really track it like I should, okay? I just started really tracking it like I should, and it is working so well, you guys, and I feel so accomplished and organized, and I'm not overwhelmed. I promise you that if you do this and you take my advice, that it will help your business so much. Or you could just be like me and try to do it the hard way and then, you know, be overwhelmed and stressed out about it. And well, that's how we learn, right? So, but anyway, so this is how I do it, okay? Every Sunday, I come in here and I write out my power hour, all right? For example, like basically my whole day, okay? I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me turn on my light so hopefully you can see. Okay, so this is Wednesday today, all right? So I write down my 3 posts, my stories, and I'm just going to check them off, and I actually write the time here. That's what that little blank is for. I'm going to write the time so that every day I'm not posting my posts at the exact same time, because you want people to be able to all audiences to see it. So I want to post like one morning at 7 o'clock and the next morning at 9. So I do it at different times, okay? It just helps me stay organized. Then I have my checklist, challenge group, check forms, emails, coach office, groups. I'm going to do 15 Facebook invites and 15 IG invites. I'm going to interact, and I try to do that a couple times a day. Like, to be completely honest with you, when I'm on the toilet, I grab my phone, and that's when I scroll and like and comment on people's stuff. So, multitasking, right? And then I do birthday wishes, all right? I go on, and I do both, and you don't have to, but I choose to post on their timeline because I want my stuff to show up in their newsfeed, and then I also send them a message because it's an opportunity to have another conversation with somebody, right? And then I also have my 2-day follow-ups on there, and I will show you guys what that looks like and kind of elaborate on that in just a minute. So this here, and I just started doing it this way, I separated Facebook and Instagram. So this is my Facebook Power Hour, all right? And this is my Instagram Power Hour, and it's all on one page. Okay, and I just keep it super simple, all right? Now, I've been doing this for like a year and some change. You do not have to do as much as I do. I just have some extremely high goals that I'm trying to hit, so I am pushing really hard. So I'm doing probably double what a lot of people do. So don't look at this and think that this is what you have to start with. In fact, I will post my Power Hour sheet that I kind of got this from, but I doubled so that you have a document to use. It's what my coach gave me when I first started, and I'll post that because it's really simple and easy, and it literally could take you 30 to 45 minutes to complete, okay? But I'll just break down what I do because some of you guys might want to do that. Okay, so I have my new connections. This is people, my brand new people that I've added, and I am going on their page. I am going to go into my new, in your Facebook, all right? You have your friends list, and then you can go over to your recently added. You can only do that on your computer. You cannot do it on your phone, just FYI, okay? Or you can if you go to Google Chrome and then search it. But I go to my recently added friends, and I go all the way down to the least recent, and I write down 10 of them, okay? And the reason that I write it down is because it saves me time to do it this way and keep track so I never miss connecting with even one person, all right? So I go and I write all of this down before I even start my Power Hour, okay? This is how I start. I write it all down, and then I can just go through and I breeze right through the whole thing. So that's what I'm showing you, okay? So I go through, I write down my 10 people, and then I'm going to star 5 of them because I'm going to send them a message, and I'll tell you what that message looks like in just a minute, all right? Then I go to my stories first, and I check my stories, and I see who is watching my stories, who are new people that are watching my stories, or people that I know that I haven't already asked to be in a challenge group or haven't asked in 3 months, okay? And then I'm going to write them, and this is Facebook only. I'm going to write 10 of them down, okay? Then I am going to go to my follow-up list that's in this same book that I showed you earlier, okay? And I'm going to write 10 of them down, all right? Names. Then I'm going to go on my Facebook, and I'm actually going to do this. And once this is all written down, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm able to get through all of this, sending out all of these messages, liking, commenting on people's stuff in 15 to 20 minutes, all right? It is so much faster if you write it down first because you can just go right up to the top search bar and you can search it and you can get her done. So I'm going to elaborate and show you how I do that, okay, for each thing. And I'm going to grab my computer and I'm going to turn my screen around, and I really hope that you guys can see what I'm doing, okay? I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna give it a shot. All right. Let's see here. I don't know if it'll let me do it, but I'm gonna try. That's why I usually try to do this stuff recorded. Okay, you can kind of see. All right, so it's awfully cloudy. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my Facebook, all right, and I'm gonna go to my page, okay? I'm gonna go to my friends list. And some of you guys, this may seem like so redundant, but for me, I did not even know how to use social media. So like when somebody did this for me, I was like in tears of how happy I was. So that's why I'm doing it, okay? So I always, every day, I start where I left off. So for example, Monday, you know, I may have messaged these 10 girls, all right? And I wrote their names down. So Tuesday, I'm going to start here, okay? And I'm going to go through these 10 girls, all right? So let's just say, for example, okay, I wrote these names down, all right? I'm just showing you how I got here, okay? And the reason I'm tracking it again every single day is because it is so much easier to go ahead and track it and then go back to your notebook and not have to like search through every single person and say, okay, I didn't send her a message, and did I go to her page and like her stuff yet, blah, 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 all right? It just saves you time. So I'm going through and I'm going to type in this person's name on my list. Trying to do this one-handed. Okay. So I'm going to click on her, and then I'm going to go to her page. First thing that I do is I'm always going to look for something recent because it seems more real, like this person's stuff could have popped up on my timeline, and that's why I'm commenting. So I'm going to laugh at it, and then I'm going to like probably quickly watch like 10 seconds of it and then write something like, oh my gosh, I'm dying, that was so funny, or something like that. Then I'm going to go to her photos, and I'm going to look at her pictures, and I'm going to write something nice like, Deanna, this is a really great picture of you, or I love those sunglasses, where did you get them? Something, okay? And then I'm going to check her off of my list, okay, for my new connections, all right? Now, I have 5 people that I'm going to message. Let's say she was one of those 5 people. I'm going to send her a message. Excuse me. Every time I eat something, I burp like 50,000 times being pregnant. Okay, let's say I'm going to send Deanna a message, right? And we've never talked before. So in my Google Keep, and you can use whatever platform you guys decide to use, I just have this because it's easy for me to use and it's what I prefer. But I showed you guys how to use this before. In my Google Keep, I have a tab here that says inviting. And I have all these different invites that I do, okay? Like this one's for my stories. This one is a specific one I wrote for a follow-up. This one's a post invite. Where's my new ad? Here's my new ads, okay? So, hey, Deanna, thanks for the ad. I love your page. By the way, some of the things you post I really relate to and agree with. I really like to add positive babes to my timeline, and you seem to be just that. What do you do for a living? This is literally, guys, this is just connecting and making a conversation, okay? That's all we're trying to do here. Eventually, I'm going to just jump the gun while I'm talking to her and say, yeah, so do you like to work out? Because that's what I do for a living. That, what do you do for a living, is usually they're going to tell me, and then they ask me what I do. That opens the door for a conversation. Or I have this one, you know, thanks for the ad. I love your page. Some of the stuff you post cracks me up. I really like to add positive babes to my timeline, and you seem to be just that. What do you do for a living? Okay. Just starting a conversation. All right. So once I have done that with 5 people, I have liked and commented on, let me flip my screen around. Hold on. Okay, sorry. So once I've done that with, I've liked and commented on 10 ladies, new ones, and then I have messaged 5 of them. I'm going to check that off of my list. All right. So that is a whole section here that is checked off of my list. All right. So I'm going to move on to invites. I'm going to show you guys that. Super easy. Oh man, I just dropped my pencil. Okay. Let me turn this around. Okay. For example, and I'm sure, you know, like you guys have seen some of this stuff before, but again, I am just showing you. So again, my invites, all of the people that I'm going to invite for the day are already written down on this list, okay? Like, let me just go to Thursday because I have all the names written down. I was in the middle of starting this. Okay. Here we go. See all these people that I wrote down? I did a little bit extra yesterday. That's why it looks like that. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looked like with me inviting Carrie. Now, all these names, they're written down first, and I'm literally able to just go through and click and find the person. So, it saved me a ton of time to do it like this. I'm going to attempt to prop you guys up here because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I can't. Not going to happen. Okay. So I'm going to type in Carrie Deacon. Actually, first, let me show you this. So I'm going through here when I'm making my list. I'm going through and I'm going to write down every single person that likes my stuff that's not one of my coaches or my best friend that I talk to like every day. And I'm going to send them a message, okay? Whether I have already invited them or never invited them, that's going to depend on if they're going to be a follow-up or an invite, okay? So let's say, for example, this person I followed up with yesterday. And let me see if I can find a invite. Obviously, I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at the conversation that I had with her. And I invited her to something a long time ago. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send her another invite, okay? But I have not been doing it this way. I've been actually doing this research, then writing it down on my list, and then breezing through my Power Hour because it's faster. Okay, so that's, been really helping me. All right, so I hope this is making sense. I feel like I'm all over the place. So I have this person that's on my list. All right, and I'm going to type their name in. Okay. And I do 2 things, okay? The reason that I'm going through here and actually finding her page is because I want to interact with her because she's interacting with me. This is going to ensure that she's going to see my posts, and when she sees my message, she's not just going to think that I'm trying to sell her something, okay? So whatever she just posted was really funny. I will kind of watch 10 seconds of that and then comment on it and say something. Then I'm going to send her a message. And we're going to pretend that I have never sent her a message before. I'm going to go here to all of my saved messages that I have here. And I'm going to go to a post invite. All right. And I'm going to say something like, hey, Carrie, I just wanted to reach out and tell you that I hope you're having an awesome Tuesday, and thanks for the love of my page last week. Are you interested in what I do, or are you just being an awesome supporter? Or if it's for my stories, hey, Carrie, hope you don't mind my random message, but I wanted to thank you for following my shenanigans on my stories. LOL. Are you working on fitness goals currently? Okay, just something like that. I literally, like, if I keep it casual and business minded, people know, like that I'm a real person, and they typically answer. Like when you use emojis and you look like you're nervous, like these, like for some reason, when I use those two emojis, guys, people like always answer me. It doesn't matter if I have messaged them 5 times in the past month. Those two emojis, I get an answer. When I use none or just like a smiley face, I'm telling you, I don't know why, but it makes a difference. It's like they can see your emotion and will feel bad or guilty if they don't answer you. It's funny. So, anywho, okay, I have I'll make a document and I'll share my invites that I've been creating, because every time I send an invite that I like, I have literally just written it down in here. I have them all in here. I have the cost info when you're, explaining things to somebody. I've got so much stuff in here that I have saved, and I'll just make a document and share it with y'all as soon as I can. But anywho, okay, so we're going through, we're doing our 10 invites, right? Then I'm going to go through and I'm going to go to my page that I have my follow-ups written down, and I'm going to do a follow-up, and I'll show you what that looks like. Hey, Sarah. I'll show you what that looks like. And then I will, hold on one second. Let me pull one person up. So like this chick, I've been working with her for, I can't even tell you how long. Okay, so again, on every single follow-up, invite, whatever, I am going to their page and I am going to like and comment on their stuff. I want my stuff to continue to show up on their page, and I want them to see that I really care. It does take a little bit more time to do it this way, like to not send messages through Messenger, but I promise you that it is so much more effective to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and send her a follow-up, and I'm going to show you what that looks like, okay? Follow-ups. Here's one of my follow-ups for my February roster that I hate, and I don't want to show you an example of because I don't like it. Okay, here's my follow-ups. Okay. All right. Hey, thanks for following my journey. Hey, Diana, thanks for following my journey. Always use their name, you guys. You don't want to say, hey, girl. It doesn't sound personal. Their name, like I heard a speaker talking, and he said that the person's name is, no, I don't want to tag that person. The person's name is the most important word in their vocabulary. So always use their name. It's respectful. It says that you're not a robot and you're not just sending out, what I'm doing, like, copy and pasting. It sends a better message, guys, okay? So I'm going to say, hey, Diana, thanks for following my journey. I know we talked previously. I hope you don't mind me reaching out again. Those two emojis. I'm enrolling for my February online boot camp, and I wanted to see if you would like to start working on your goals with me for February. Something along those lines is what I'm going to send her. Let me flip my screen around. Okay, something along those lines is what I'm going to send her. And I'm going to do that to 10 people for Facebook. And then again, I'm going to go through this whole list. And then I'm going to do the same thing for Instagram, okay? I promise you, I know that this big list looks overwhelming, but if you really write it all down and then go through it, it goes by so fast. Hey, Carly. So that is what I've been doing. That's literally how I've been doing it. The other thing that I have been doing that's really, really helped me is I'm going to my messenger and I'm going to, like, let's say, for example, I already did this morning. Today is Wednesday. I'm going to go to Monday and I'm going to go to every single person that I have messaged on Monday. And if they answered and I was talking with them, I'm going to continue the conversation. If I invited them, I'm going to follow up and say, hey, I just wanted to see if you thought any more about joining my group, blah, blah, blah. If they didn't answer, I'm going to send them another message that I have saved in my keep. Oh my gosh, you guys, do you hear me burping 1,000 times? I'm so sorry. Pregnancy is weird. I have a couple messages for follow-up, no answer, 2-day follow-ups, no answer. And again, it uses those same 2 emojis and it says, I hope you didn't mind me messaging you the other day. I just, I wouldn't want to miss, there's 2 of them. There's one that I've messaged people that are like, that I've already messaged before, and it says, hey, Diana, I hope you didn't mind me messaging you again the other day. I just wouldn't want you to think I gave up on your goals. Have you thought any more about working on your goals with me? Okay. For example, that's like, I follow up with somebody, like the girl I was just talking to you about. She didn't answer. I'm sending that to her 2 days from now. And if she doesn't answer that one, I'm going to put her back on my list to follow up with again in a month, because sometimes they don't. Or I have another one that says, hey, I hope you didn't mind my random message. I just never want to miss anybody who may be interested in working with me or who may need my help. That is someone that I would send to, like if they liked my stuff on my post and then I sent them an invite and they didn't answer, okay? And then I have one more that I do that was for the new connections, okay? 2-day follow-up for new connections would be, hey, Ashley, I hope you didn't mind my random message. I just love to connect with other positive women and you seem so sweet. That's it. If she doesn't answer to that again, I'm letting it go, okay? Hopefully I see stuff in her news feed again, or she likes and comments on my stuff at some point and I'll be able to connect with her again. But I'm not going to hound somebody that's not going to answer me or that doesn't even want to have a conversation with me. I hope that makes sense. I will put a document together and break all of this down for you guys, because I feel like sometimes actually seeing it really, really helps. But that's the gist. So as I'm going along and I'm having these conversations, this is so important to do, okay? Hear me, please. As you're going along and you're having these conversations, you guys, if you have a meaningful conversation, write it down. That's what I do. I don't know if you can see that. It says notes and meaningful combos. I'm going to write Ashley's name down that said, yes, I do like to work out. I kind of fell off the bandwagon during Christmas time and I'm trying to figure out a way to get back into it. I'm going to write Ashley's name down right then. No matter what happens if I send her an invite, if I send her a link or whatever, the second I hear her say, ding, 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 yes, I need help, or I'm trying to figure it out, or I like to work out or something, I'm writing that girl's name down because that's somebody that I connected with and that could potentially need my help, and I don't want to lose that name, all right? This is how you make a business out of this. This is how you track it. This is how you treat it like a 6-figure business is really, I guess, what I'm trying to say. So I know I was all over the place. I know it wasn't like uber cute with, having to hold my phone to do this with you guys. Usually, like, I really like to do a Zoom call and like share my screen and all of those kind of things. That's so much more professional looking, but I just decided to do this on the fly really quick, and I wanted to kind of show you guys what I do. So I will do that for Facebook, and again, it takes me 10 minutes first thing in the morning to go on my page and write all of this out, every single person that I'm going to contact. And then it takes me about 15 to 20 minutes to actually send those messages. The thing that takes time is when I get home in the evening and I sit there and I go check my inbox and I answer all of the questions and have conversations with people, that's the part that's time consuming, okay? So my recommendation would be for you to get through your entire list, your entire power hour, and not even look at your messages. Don't respond to them. I don't care what they are. Don't even look at them or respond to them until you are finished. When you are finished, then go through and start responding. Because otherwise you're going to feel like you're never accomplishing anything and you're never going to get through it, okay? So anyway, I do that for Facebook. I do the exact same thing for Instagram. I am still personally building my Instagram, so sometimes I don't have all of the names. Sometimes I don't have 10 people to invite on Instagram. That just means that maybe I'll do a little extra on Facebook, or maybe I'll do a little extra following up on Instagram, you know? I just am kind of figuring it out as I go, but writing it down first and actually going through the names has been extremely helpful and has really sped up my power hour, and I'm tracking it. So I hope that helped you guys. Does anybody have any questions? I see some of you all watching. If you don't, it's totally okay. I will share this to the page, and I'll get a document together for you guys too. I have messages coming through. Okay, I'm gonna go. I hope you guys have an amazing hump day. My internet company did not call and interrupt, which I'm happy about, but I'm kind of, frustrated about it at the same time. So I'm gonna try to handle that and then get through my power hour. I hope you all have a great Wednesday. I'll talk to you soon.